Just think you gave up a night of watching some inane Netflix movie to come and open your hearts to the full range of human experience. How crazy are you? First, I want to say thank you to Caffe Lena for this amazing opportunity to share our story with this beautiful crowd. And I want to thank everyone who made it possible, especially Judy and Jeannine. The history of planet Earth is a history of migration, whether it's animal or human. It's written in paw prints and footprints of creatures leaving one hostile environment for another, hopefully more hospitable one. Migration is the instinctual reaction to a threat, whether natural or man-made, a change in climate, environmental, political, or economic. Throughout time, migration has made the difference between survival and extinction. It frames the moment when parents look at their children and decide to leave everything behind that they knew and loved and embark upon a journey filled with uncertainty and fraught with danger. Capital District Latinos offers a way station on the journey of thousands of such migrants, fleeing violence, deprivation, and in many cases, certain death. Our center stands in one of the city of Albany's poorest neighborhoods. We offer some of the basics to new arrivals and much more. Food and clothing for the body, art and music for the soul, mental health and learning for the mind, and art and culture. One of the migrants we helped was my friend and colleague, Yaneth. And tonight you will hear her story. But I want to add one thing to her tale that she might not know. And that is, Yaneth, you are an inspiration to me and to many others. Tu vida me inspira. I will share with all of you, dear people, as we sit here tonight and hold space for the joy and pain of the human experience, that I am deeply worried about the season that approaches. And if it will be one of intolerance and erasure of man's inhumanity to man. But here's the thing, I believe in you. You will be the ones who can make the difference for so many families. Your belief in the basic dignity of every human being, irrespective of country of origin, language, color, who you love, or where you worship. And so tonight I ask you, don't just think about it, be about it. Gracias y buenas noches.
Good evening. Buenas noches. Buenas noches, ñañas.
Buenas noches, ñaña.
Buenas noches, carnala. Buenas noches a todos. Mi nombre es Janet. I'm from El Salvador. I have half of my life in this country. I feel part of both countries, El Salvador and the USA. The reason I left El Salvador were many: violence and fear. It's hard sometimes when you tell your own story. My brother came to this country, so I was the first. My father was a farmer, and he was work far away from home. And I used to take his lunch very far away from home in the forest. When on my way to the forest, I always stopped to play because I was 8 years old. So I always stop and play with a tan or butterfly. I was slow to walk and feel like, and I feel I am the fairy. So the reason I left El Salvador were many. So violence, and I forget to tell you. I grew up with my mom was sick since I was in kindergarten. I lost her when I was 13 years old. After she passed, my brother moved to the city. And then I moved with him to work in the cheese factory. I was a cashier. In the city, I found job and a little more opportunity, but was violence and fear. So one day, I was working. In the middle of the day, a man came, and he pointed with his gun in my head. For a minute, I thought I was going to die. So I feel I don't have opportunity in my country. I don't have opportunity to live in the city, and I don't have opportunity to live in the very small village. There's very poverty and lack opportunity to learn, to study or work. So my brother, he already here, and I tell him I want to move with him. My brother is my father figure. So when I tell him I want to come to this country, he say, no. It's much harder than what you thought. It's hard to get a job. It's hard to speak English. How you can live here? But I decided to come because it's better than dead in El Salvador with the violence. There's 20 years ago, there's a big gangs become very strong. And I was very, very afraid to force to marry with one of them. So that was one reason I came to this country. I came to Massachusetts in 2005, and the first night, I could sleep without fear. I could eat without fear too, and I can walk to the street and feel safe. In the USA, people in here, they're very kind. I feel like part of the family. I feel so welcome, and I feel like this country saved my life and this land. God bless America. Yeah. Sorry, I forgot parts of my story. And the best one. I came here without documents. It was very hard, but now I have my green card. Yeah. But also, I made my family. I have very loving family. I have my son, who is Sebastian. He is 12 years old. He is very good listener. He loves to play violin. And he also loves Salvadorian food. Yeah. And then I have my second one, my chispa. My chispa is my spark, because she is very smart, very fast, very spicy girl. She loves art, and she loves math, and she loves school. I'm very proud mom. So 2 years ago, when I start work in Capital District Latinos, I have 3 jobs. So I have part-time job, and then I have my second job, and clean the church. On weekends, I clean house, because I think I can have a, I can have my small company and give other women with small kids opportunity to work. So for 1 year, and then Capital District Latino, they offered me a full-time job, and took like for a year to think about it, to leave my other job, because I love clean the church, because it's very quiet, very peaceful, and I can do it by 3 jobs with my eyes closed. Yeah. So my boss, God bless her, she's amazing. So she said, Janet, you're a crazy girl. I give you the opportunity to work full-time in here. You know how to 3 jobs. And I say, oh, but I love those people who are cleaning house, because they're so sweet with me, and I can share. So, but it took me a year. And now I have full-time job in Capital District Latino, and I feel like a normal person who are work normal hours and come back home to taking care of my family. And my kids have more opportunity to do, my kids have more opportunity to do another activity out of the school, because I can drive then. But before I was in peace cleaning the church. So I want to say thank you to Capital District Latino for giving me the opportunity to work with them, and give it to opportunity to more people to share our culture and learn more words in Spanish. We share, sometimes we discuss. No, that's in El Salvador, we don't say that. So, but that's amazing. So I learn more about another country's culture. And I love to help more people who are just coming in this country and feel like when they come in Capital District Latino, I say, buenos días, and they say, oh, usted habla español. I say, claro que sí. So they feel welcome, and they feel like they can express, and they can say if they need an apple, they can ask for an apple in español. So I feel very careful to work in Capital District Latino. And I want to say thank you to all people who are come tonight to support me, and more people like me. Thank you so much.
Wow, what an honor to hear Yaneth's story and to help her share it with you. Yaneth spoke about butterflies, and you're going to hear that in the chorus. And I'm going to tell you what the chorus is, because it's in Spanish, and the Spanish word for butterflies is mariposas. And as Dan mentioned, they migrate, so that's a very key part of her story. It's a wonderful metaphor to work with. So the chorus goes, butterflies fly together in order to survive, and they also know when it's time to leave. And at the very end, in the double chorus, it talks about how butterflies fly far for security, and they know that they thrive in community. My feet are too tiny to journey alone. A stray dog to guide me, my sole chaperone, bringing my father his meal for the day. I lay down my burden, a moment to play. Mariposas mágicas circle around. I close my eyes, stand still and spellbound. When it grows cold and the nectar is gone, how will they know it's time to move on? Las mariposas vuelan juntas para poder sobrevivir, y las mariposas saben cuando es tiempo de partir, y las mariposas saben cuando es tiempo de partir. I lost my mother while she was alive, lost her embrace, learned to survive. My father's anger worse for the drink, danger from everywhere, life on the brink. Bullets at night, bullets by day, families splintered, caught in the fray. I left at 20 on my own. The fear that I had was less than terror I'd known. Las mariposas vuelan juntas para poder sobrevivir, y las mariposas saben cuando es tiempo de partir, y las mariposas saben cuando es tiempo de partir. Now I'm held close as mother and wife. I found my path, my purpose in life, sharing with others the warmth I was shown. Together we heal, together we're home. Las mariposas vuelan juntas para poder sobrevivir, y las mariposas saben cuando es tiempo de partir. Las mariposas vuelan lejos buscando seguridad, y ellas también saben que prosperan en comunidad. Ellas cuando saben que prosperan en comunidad. Thank you.